Hello everybody, welcome back to another flight review. I haven't done one in like a while. And today we are flying on one of JetBlue's newest planes, the Airbus A220. If you've ever flown JetBlue, there's a good chance you've flown on one of their A320s or A321s. But the A220 on the other hand is probably one of the best planes you could fly on. It has more legroom, it's highly advanced, and it's economically friendly compared to some other JetBlue planes. Today we will be flying on the A220 from Boston Logan to Orlando. And I'm really excited for this flight because this will be my first time flying on an A220. So come along with me on this journey as we explore JetBlue's A220. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos like this. But anyways, here I am at Logan Airport at Terminal C, and it is time to check in for my flight. Here is my boarding pass, and it's now time to drop off my checked bag and go through security. Alright, security was a breeze, and now it's time to go to our gate, which is C15. And while we're heading to the gate, let me tell you what's so special about the A220. The Airbus A220 is a narrow-body airliner, which is the smallest plane that Airbus has. And there are two variants, the 100 and the 300. The only difference is that the length of the fuselage is 10 feet longer. Originally made by the Canadian company Bombardier as a C-Series, it took its first flight in September of 2013. This plane was highly advanced at the time, but Bombardier was facing significant financial difficulties and barely any airline was buying this jet. So Airbus swooped in and bought a 50% stake in the program in 2018, and this later increased. They rebranded the plane as the Airbus A220, and this jet had become very popular amongst airlines ever since. So thanks, Airbus. As of February 2025, JetBlue has about 44 A220s in its fleet and has many more on order. These are meant to replace the aging Embrear E190s, which were very interesting to say the least. If you've flown on this plane, you know exactly what I mean. And JetBlue also plans to replace some regular A320 routes with some A220 routes, like my flight, Boston to Orlando, which is averagely flown by an A320. And we've made it to our gate, C15. It seems like my flight is on time and my plane isn't here yet, so we'll have to wait. Our A220 is right over Connecticut coming from Fort Lauderdale, which means it will be here soon. And while we wait, check out this really cool Etihad Boeing 787 in the F1 livery. It will be going all the way to Abu Dhabi. And like that, here comes our Airbus A220-300 coming in from Fort Lauderdale. It's registered as November 3123 Juliet, and this thing's a baby, it's only like 1 year old. And the aircraft's name is Blue Let the Dogs Out. Yeah, that's actually the name. It's equipped with two Pratt Whitney 1500 gear turbofans, which is why this thing is fuel efficient. And I don't know if this is just me, but the A220 cockpit windows give me those 787 vibes. Pretty soon all the passengers from the previous flight deplaned, and now it's time to board this Airbus A220.
All set, thank you. All set, thank you.
The JetBlue A220 can fit about 140 passengers in a 2-3 configuration. Today I'll be sitting in 24F, and here is my seat. It's a window seat, of course, and out the window I have a pretty good view of the wing. Here is the JetBlue A220 safety card. I got about 6 inches of legroom. The A220 windows are known for being big, and it came at about 15 to 16 inches long, which is pretty crazy. That's like one of the biggest windows on a narrowbody. And the seat came with a standard touchscreen IFE display, along with a universal power outlet. Boarding finished up pretty quick. This flight was nearly as full. They closed the door, they did all their safety announcements, and we got pushed back. And now turn your volume up for this part as these Pratt Whitney engines start up. There will just be sounds for this part, so enjoy.
Can you sit back so I can find that cap? Okay, we'll take a break.
And we will be taking off on runway 22 right, so enjoy. After departure, it was pretty cloudy outside. We later reached an altitude of about 36,000 feet and the crew started their beverage service. And I got an apple juice. Hopefully these clouds clear up. But let's get to the entertainment system. On the entertainment system, or IFE, you can watch live TV and some movies as well. And they have a pretty good selection. You can even play around with a fun little 3D map. Now enough with the IFE, the flight attendants came around again and I got cookies. By now we're over in North Carolina and I can tell the sun is about to set. It is definitely going to be a beautiful sunset. And now a little bit behind the scenes, the crew was on to me, and when I say on to me, they were on to me. They did not like my filming. This one flight attendant, which will not be named, she wasn't a fan of my camera. So for some parts I had to record with my phone to avoid getting yelled at again. And comment down below if you ever had this experience making a trip report or flight review, because this has never happened to me before. But anyways, enough of that. Here's the A220 lavatory. It's pretty nice. And it appears the sun is starting to set. It even gets good around this part. You can see some parts of South Carolina. And we passed right by Jacksonville, Florida. By this time we are now starting our official descent, which means we will be landing soon. It is now officially dark outside, but you can still see the sun a little bit. And at the time I didn't know which runway we were expected to land on, so that would be a surprise for me. Here come the flaps, and you can see some parts of Central Florida. It appears I will be landing on runway 17 left at MCO, so enjoy!
Local time here is 7:06. We will be taxiing for a few moments, so please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and baggage stowed under the door parked at the gate, and the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. On behalf of all of us here at JetBlue Airways, thank you for flying with us today. We look forward to seeing you in the future that we fly very soon.
Now the only thing I hate about landing on this side is that we have to go all the way across the airport, and we will be parking at the recently added Terminal C. Now I was originally going to go inside to the cockpit to get some footage for you guys, but unfortunately I got rejected from going in there. And yeah, that was my experience on the JetBlue A220. It's a good plane, but the crew could be a little bit better. Comment down below if you ever flown on an A220, and I will see you in the next one. Safe travels.